Hello, hello. Happy Sunday to you all. Shauna Marie Fisher here, 7 o'clock on the dot for my free mini animal communication readings. So let's see here. Let's see who is gonna join me. So let's see here. I'm gonna pull up my phone here. Takes a minute here. Okay, there we go. So I got my phone pulled up. Just gonna give you guys all a minute to come on. I know sometimes it takes a minute, and I know with Sunday night football, and then also too with the time change today too. I know that threw me off. It gave me an excuse to actually like take advantage of the extra hour sleep and give myself an extra hour on top of that hour. So I don't know about you, but that's what I did today. I was like, I'm gonna just give myself a chance to relax a little bit more. Why not, right? Sometimes we need that extra sleep, and sometimes that's okay, right? And adjusting when it's like so dark outside so early, it's like okay, getting adjusted. Hey, Emmy, good to see you, and good to see you, Rebecca. Let's see here. I just had to take a quick drink of water. So let's see who is going to join me here. Oh, and that's what I wanted to have up and just share with you guys. Hey, Debbie, good to see you, Debbie. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. Aha, I have it right here. So I'm sure a lot of you know because I've been talking about it. So I'll just talk about it again, and I'll share the info here, and then let's see here. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you, thank you. No, it's not. It looks like it though. It's just like a metal. It's called a clean canteen, is what it is, and it's really nice. It's a let's see if you. Yeah, it's called a clean canteen. I really like it. So in the summertime, it keeps things like cold, and it's just so nice. Even in the hot weather, this might be like a little warm on the outside, but it keeps everything cool on the inside. So it is fabulous. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So there you go. Yes. So I'm going to share about this. I know some of you have already signed up for this, but I have my Animal of the Year readings, which I'm so excited. I'm going to get started on those, and I'm so excited about that. So what it is I tune into an animal that's going to be working with you in 2023. That's going to offer you guidance. I'm going to send you a voice recording with what that animal is helping you with. Also, what color will go along with that animal to help as well. And then you get a personal affirmation as well to keep you connected with your animal and color of the year. And then also, too, I'm going to do a general PDF with the animal and the color I pick for you, just the general meeting. But then you'll also get the in-depth one in the voice recording that will be catered just to you. So it's going to be a message that I tune into that is just for you. So if you were interested in that and want to sign up, there's the link right there. You just go to PayPal, and it's let's see here. I don't know why I don't know if it's not showing all of it. Hopefully it is. I don't know how. Sometimes, oh, I think it is showing it all. I don't know. But anyway, so there is that. So if you have questions about it, you can definitely reach out to me. And it's $44, which I think is a great deal for all that information to offer you some extra support as you go into 2023. And they will be delivered by 12/31. At 22, I'm going to get them done earlier, but yeah, so there you go. So I'm excited about that. And hey, Laurel, good to see you. So I'd love to know, for those of you out there with fur babies, how did your fur babies adjust to the time change today, right? With the fall back, right? It's like, I know it's kind of like really thrown me off today trying to keep track of like really what time is it. I don't know, like what time is it, right? It can be hard to keep track of that, right? With that good old time change. So there we go. So that's where I'm at with that. So I don't know if any of you can relate to that, where it's like, I feel like I'm in a weird time warp, and it'll take a little bit to get used to that and not be tired at like 7 o'clock at night because it really would be 8, but it's really 7 now. So I don't know. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Emmy. Thank you. I think so too. It's a lot of good stuff with that. So I'm excited. And then I have this card that I pulled for just everybody. This one card, it's from Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle, and I love this deck so much. So it's one of my favorites. And the card that I pulled is White Raven Spirit, Trust and Magic, right? I feel like that's such an important message for us to always remember the magic that is out there, and just to be open to that, right? To be open to whatever goodness and greatness is going to come into our world, right? To be open and ready, and just ready for that, right? Like yes, yes, yes. So anyway, so there's that. So hey, Katie, good to see you, and hey, Angela, good to see you. You've been on my mind, Katie. I've been sending you and Rigby lots of love. So lots of love. So let's see, Laurel, I love this. Laurel says, my dogs were ready for breakfast bright and early. Didn't want mom to sleep in anymore. I know, right? Because they're like, wait, it's really this time when it's, So, dogs are funny like that, right? They're like, hey, time to wake up. We don't worry about fall back. Like, we're just, nope, it's the same time all year, which maybe one day it'll stay in like the spring forward mode like all year instead of us doing the fall back and the spring forward. I don't know. That, who knows? Because I know in Arizona it's like that, right? So I love that, Angela. Angela says my dogs are trained to eat after their morning and evening walks, and their walks vary, so that helps. Oh, that's awesome. I love that, right? Yeah, I love that. That's awesome, right? So then that could help them to kind of be a little more adaptable, right? Which is great. So I love that. And hey, Nancy, good to see you. Let's see here. I'm going to see who else is popping on. And then I mentioned my animal of the year. And then also too, gosh, I can't believe it's already November 6th today, right? And I'm sure a lot of you are, starting your holiday shopping. And I have like a great holiday gift for you guys. So what you could do is you could order an animal of the year reading for somebody else if you wanted to do that. And then I could send it to them directly or send it to you and you could send it to them. So that is like a cool, fun gift idea. Or there is this beautiful book that I wrote about my yellow lab Luna called Soulmate Dog, My Journey Home with Luna's Guiding Wisdom. So there is this book. You can order it directly through me, and it comes autographed with a bookmark, or you can order it on Amazon, or you can order it on barnesandnoble.com, or in the Portland area, you can get it at New Renaissance Bookstore has it. And then also too, there's a new bookstore in oh my goodness, in Ridgefield. Oh my gosh, what is it called? I don't think they have it yet, but they're actually going to be ordering they just ordered some of my book. It's in Ridgefield, Washington, and it's a new bookstore. I should know what it's called. It's yes, Copper Bell Bookshop in Ridgefield, Washington. They're going to be actually carrying my book as well. So I went and just spoke to them. So I don't know when they're going to be having that, but they will carry it there. And I have other places that I'm going to be reaching out to get it in some other places, just because I love to do that, right? The more places out there, the better it is. So more people that could benefit from reading it, I think. So there we go. And hey, Chelsea, good to see you, Chelsea. All right. And Debbie says, I just moved out and want you to know how Anoki, hopefully I'm saying that right, Anoki the dog and the kitties, Nigel and Sasha, are they okay with the move? Oh my gosh. So Nigel and Sasha, what they're showing me, they're like, okay, give us our new like lookout vantage points. They're like, okay, this one's a little bit better. This one's a little bit better. Like, we like this one. This is cool. Like, we like this vantage point. And Sasha says I was the one that was a little more like, okay, like I'll get used to this. And Anoki's like, hopefully I can go here and I can go here. Anoki says like there's so many like nooks and crannies. and so many exciting places to go. And I really love that. And I love it. And I love it. And I love it so much. And I love it. And I love it. And I love it so much. So that's what I get from Anoki. Yeah. And Nigel's like, yeah, I'm okay. Nigel's like, I'm chill. I'm okay. I'm okay is what I get from Nigel with that. So yeah, and hopefully you're enjoying your move, Debbie, because that can be like a really like exciting thing, right? To have a move. So there we go. So it can be a cool thing. So there we go. So and then Chelsea, what is the name of the pet for your reading? And I know if I remember right, I think you just had a fur baby that crossed to the Rainbow Bridge. So I'm assuming, okay, that's what I was thinking. I was assuming that that was the one that you were wanting me to tune into. Okay, yeah, and sending you so much love, Chelsea, so much love. So um, it was Jax. Okay, so Jax. Okay, so much love. So so what Jax shows is Jax is showing me. It's like I have this like jacket here on my underbelly. I have this jacket. Yeah, you're welcome, Chelsea. This jacket on my underbelly, and I was like just such a like a big-hearted, strong dog. Like I was a big-hearted, gentle spirit, a big-hearted, gentle spirit, a big-hearted, gentle spirit, and that look to the stars. I get look to the gold stars. I send you different colored stars. So it's like I see beautiful yeah, the biggest heart. You say, okay, yeah. And he's showing me that I send you stars, and not just stars in the sky, but like gold stars, different colored stars. And then he's showing me, so you know, like on your ceiling, you can put like those like glow in the dark like stars and moons and different things that you can put on your ceiling, right? And then when it's dark outside, you have the cool like little like glow in the darkness, right? So what Jax is showing me is like the moon and the stars will always be your biggest moon, your biggest moon, your biggest moon, and your biggest star. And like boop, 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 boop on the nose, and look to those things and know that like that's how you'll feel my presence. Because that was like at my favorite place. And you said we have some at the cabin like that. Yeah. So he says the cabin was my favorite place. The cabin was my favorite place. And when you go walking there and you walk with every step, like he's showing me like on this like wood walkway that's kind of by the water, and I can smell the water, that when you walk there, know that my presence is there. My presence is there, and you'll feel me. And you'll feel me in other places, but this is a place you're going to feel me the most. And don't be surprised, like if you feel me flop on the bed, like you'll be like, what was that? Like I felt like the bed moved. He says you'll feel my presence there, and you can feel me at your ear too. You'll feel me at your ear. You'll feel me at your ear, and that I send you so much love, and that I send you so much love, and know like I'm forever just in your heart always, forever in your heart always. And he's showing me like he's like flipping like this. He's like flicking like coins. Like he's showing me like coins and stars. So if you find like coins and stars, like if you find like a random star somewhere or a random coin, he says, know that that's from me. Know that that's from me, and that I send you all my love. So, oh, so much love to you. And hey, Lisa, good to see you. Good evening. And then, Emmy, yes, boop the snoot. That's the expression. I love that. Let's see here. It's a good expression. And hey, Melissa, good to see you, Melissa. Let's see here. And then Angela says, okay, so Tibby seems to be becoming more lovable toward me. Wonder if he's trying to tell me something. He's like, yeah, boop, boop. He's having me like touch my leg. He's like, doo doo doo, doo doo doo. He's like, let's have more of that love time together. He's like, let's have more of that love time. And I'm really warming up to you. And he says, like, I'm trying to tell you, like, with the way that I do that and the way I look at you in my eyes, and that we just have that, like that connection is growing deeper. He says that that's that connection growing deeper, and the trust growing deeper. The connection and the trust is deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's really going deeper. And And that Tibby's really grateful for that. Tibby says, I'm really grateful for that. And then I'm really grateful for that. So there you go. So that's what I get from Tibby. I love that. And then Chelsea says, I always did that to him. Thank you for that powerful reading. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. And so much love. So much love. And I want to remind you too, and anybody that's lost, and you're so welcome, Angela, that's lost a fur baby. Just know it's really important to be gentle on yourself, because not everybody gets that. Gets that loss and the magnitude of that. And, not everybody gets it. And, just know that there are people that do get it. And just remember to be gentle with yourself and to give yourself time to heal. And just remember that there's no time limit on grief. No matter how much time passes, it's always a part of us. So just remember to be gentle with yourself and take time to move through those emotions that you're going through, because that's really important to honor those, and then pay attention to those signs and messages that you're seeing as well. Okay, so just a reminder from that. So there's that. So let's see here. And hey, Tara, good to see you, Tara. And then you're so welcome, Angela. And then right, Lisa, it can. Lisa says losing fur babies can be so brutal. Right, it really can. The connection that we have with them is such a special, deep connection. And not everybody gets it. They get us more than sometimes the people in our life, and we just have that deep, profound connection. That it's just unconditional, and they're always there for us no matter what. Right, always, always, always. They're 100% pure in their unconditionalness and their love, and they're just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's just, yeah. So there you go. Just know you're not alone. So there's that. So Melissa, okay. So Melissa says, help. My 3 dogs have been fighting lately. So what I just get from that, Melissa, and sending you love with that, because that can be really, really hard when you're going through that, right? So what I get with that is I get the number 1, 1, 1, and it's like the middle dog. It's like the middle dog. I'm the one that's causing kind of the ruckus. So it's like the middle dog is trying to help the other 2, and it's just there's all this all this commotion. The one that's always in the middle of it is trying to kind of simmer it down, but then it's not simmering it down. So the best thing that I can suggest, what I'm picking up on from your dogs, is to give us our separate time where we have like an activity that's just for us. So it's like, okay, like the one, I have this special toy that I chew on, and this other one, you play this special tug game with me, or this other one, you throw a ball with me. So then they kind of have their own individual personalities highlighted with that one-on-one time with you. I'm getting doing that will be really beneficial for them and for you. So I'm getting that will be something that will be, really helpful. And then just know too, when I do and I know a lot of you that listen, this, but when I do the readings here, this is just like a quick little tune in. When I do my sessions, my sessions are 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and an hour. And when I do my sessions, it is definitely more in depth. And there's just more of that back and forth dialogue. So in a session, we could definitely, like, if there is like an issue like that going on with pets in the household, doing a session, we can actually dive a little bit deeper into that to kind of really get to more of the root, and then they can offer more insights and all of that too, where here's just kind of that like quick little insight, which I love to do this because I really love to show people just how animal communication works, and that, like, hey, this is like a really a thing that can help you and help the pets in your life. And to me, that's really, they want to be heard, right? And that, I love that. So Lisa says, Your sessions are so powerful. Thank you so much, Lisa. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. And then Lisa says, the pets talk so much more and love to be heard. They do, right? They do. They love to be heard. And, you know, when we acknowledge that communication with them, then it really opens up the doorway to a lot of things with them. And they love to be heard. And you notice that, you know, some of those behaviors and some of those things, you know, can really be opened up during a session, and you can notice the impact from that. So that can help. So Angela says, yep, heard. Okay, because I know you love his name, Hadwin, anything going on. Okay, so I'm going to get to that in just a second, Angela. And yes, I do. That's like one of my favorite names ever, Hadwin. Oh my goodness. Okay, so okay, so before I go to this, Hadwin says, he's like, wait. He's like, don't go. I have something to say before you jump back up to that other thing, the other question. So Hadwin says, "Arr," is what he like. So that's like my imitation of a dog howl. He's like, "Arr," he's like, look at me with the way like that I talk, and he's like, "Arr," like he just shows me the way that he's like, "Arr," just that, like his way that he moves about and plays. He's like, look at me. He's like, do do do. He's like, "Arr." He says that. He's really good with that. He's like, yep. That's what Hadwin says. He's like, "Woo, look at me." So oh my goodness. So funny Hadwin is. So that's what I get from Hadwin. The way I talk. Like the way I talk is amazing. So so that's what Hadwin says. And then Melissa says, it is so scary. I have made I've made 2 trips to the emergency vets. And then Angela says that would be him. All Hadwin. I love that. So yeah, that can be so scary, Melissa. Like that can definitely be, you know, really intense when you have that, right? Because I definitely feel like there's like an intensity with these 3 dogs, and there's that one. I keep getting the middle one, the one that has like more white and more like ears that are up, more white and more ears that are up. I'm the one that is the one that I need more stimulation and more of an outlet, because if I don't have the outlet that I need, then I'm going to like take it out on the other things, and I'm going to try to help without helping. And I'm the one that kind of can kind of get in the midst of things, and it's that energy that is kind of like reflecting that other behavior. So that's what I get. So that's what I get with that. And yeah, and it's so hard, right? So I would suggest you, I'm not sure what area you're in, but if you're in this area, I actually know somebody that is that's a dog trainer, and I believe she's in like Forest Grove area or something like that. I don't know, like if you're in, you know, the Portland, Vancouver area, but I'd be happy to, you know, get her information to you, because I feel like just having some other resources and some other outlets for them is what's like really going to be pivotal. And it's not pivotal. Like, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can use my words tonight, right? Like it's going to be pivotal. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you know what I mean. So that's okay. So to have those outlets, that will help. And then another thing too, and this is the thing that is like, you know, the hard thing is when we have like those things that have happened, right? We have like the memory and those thoughts that like are deep embedded into us, right? So we have, you know, sometimes we may like be like, okay, like gosh, I don't want anything to happen, and we could be thinking about the things that happen, like if they have like a kind of behavior that has happened before a big incident, we can kind of maybe have that thought and in our head, right? And of course, like it's easy to have that thought because we want to, you know, protect them and look after them and all that. So sometimes what can happen is they can pick up on those thoughts, and then that can kind of like amplify the behavior, because then they see like, okay, you know, they're worried about us fighting, and then like it can kind of like trigger that, if that makes sense. So so sometimes things like that can happen, and it's easier said than done, right? Because the animals, in our life, they pick up on all those like projections that we send out to them, right? They're so in tune with that, right? They're so in tune with us, and so that's definitely a thing with that. So just a little insight with for anybody, on here tonight. And Melissa says Harley is the most gentle behavior. He has been trained to be a therapy dog. Yeah, and he's the one that he says, like, I kind of get like the brunt of things, and it's like he says I kind of get kind of the brunt of things, and it's like the other two. It's like especially the one there's like I'm seeing one that has like a little bit of like black and tan is what they're showing me. That's the one that's kind of the one that kind of gets like all like wound up. I get all wound up. I get all wound up. I get all wound up. So yeah, so that's what I get there, Melissa. And so much love to you. And definitely, this could definitely be something where like a longer session could help, if you're wanting to do a longer session to tune into each one of them and have like some focused time with them, to see kind of what the deeper part of each one of their perspective is that might be something that might be helpful. And I put the link in the comments here to schedule a session with me. So that's that. Oh, okay. Melissa says, yes, he does. The black and tan is Blair. Yep, that's okay. So oh yeah, you're so welcome, Melissa. So as you type that in, I just put my hands up like this, like Blair. Blair is the one that's like in my head. And if I don't have things for in my head, then I'm just going to be like, "Arr!" So the more like kind of activities you could do for for Blair, not Bear, Blair, that's gonna help her because she's just like, I'm so busy up here. I'm so busy up here. Like I need to be like doing stuff. It kind of makes me think of like an agility dog, right? Like, and if agility dog is like, not able to do agility, right? They're gonna be like, okay, like what do I do? What do I do? Like I'm going stir crazy. So it's like the more you can kind of stimulate Blair's mind, that's going to be helpful. And Outward Hound has really great dog toys and dog puzzles and just different things like that. I feel like just rotating things out with Blair will be really helpful and really beneficial is what I get. Yeah, and you're so welcome. And you said she's the baby, right? She's like, okay, I'm just learning the ropes. So there's that. And then I feel like there's like a conflict that she has with not Harley, but the other dog. Like there's some like jealousy. So it's like reminding the other dog that you still have the place, you still have the place, you still have the place, you still have the place. Because I feel like there's something like that as well too. So sometimes there can be that like inner stuff that happens. So there's that. So and Melissa says, yes, I play ball with her endlessly. So there you go. So, all right. Angela says, thank you, Shauna. I just got home from a new work gig and I'm exhausted. Also my birthday. So I wanted to get on and check messages. So hopefully I'll catch you soon. Yes, I would love to hopefully you catch me soon. And happy birthday to you, Angela. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angela. Happy birthday to you. So I hope you have an amazing birthday and I hope you get to go put your feet up, maybe take a nice bath, maybe just, relax with a nice cup of like hot cocoa or tea or whatever. So I hope you have a nice, nice rest of your evening. So yes, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. So there is that. And then, Melissa says, yes, I play ball with her endlessly. And I'm going to go back up to your question in a minute here, Lisa. And then Angela, right? Sleep. Yeah, sleep is so good, right? Oh, yes, I love sleep. It's good. So Melissa says, Kevin is a Jack Russell and he is in love with her. The other two are German Shepherds. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, there's like some definitely like some dynamic stuff there. Oh my goodness, Melissa. So yeah. Yeah. So Kevin says, I protect you. So is what he says with her. He's like, I protect her. I protect her. So, oh my goodness. Yeah. So there we go. It's like they're just learning to kind of how to like balance each other out and all of that, right? That can be a lot. So there we go. And then let's see here. And then also too, just those of you like I did share on my Linktree link. There is like if you guys feel so compelled, I don't like require it on here because I just like to be of service for you guys. But there is my PayPal link on there if you're like, hey, I want to leave a little like donation because this insight was helpful. And if not, that's fine. But I always like to just throw that out there. So there we go. And then, yes, and Melissa says, yes, we would need to set up a reading. Kevin causes a lot of trouble. So that's probably why, yeah. So there's, oh my gosh, so much with that, Melissa. And I would love to have a reading with you to help you and your fur babies with all of that. Cause I know that can be so stressful, right? So definitely feel free to look at my schedule. It is in that link above, and I'm going to just actually just share the link again just to make it easier because sometimes I know, finding the comments again can kind of be like, where is that one comment? So I'm just going to go ahead and post the link again because it's easy to copy and paste. So there we go. So there's that link, and it has my online scheduler on there as well, like the link to my website and my online scheduler. So there is that. And yeah, so lots of love to you and your fur babies, Melissa. And then Lisa says, Winnie seems like he doesn't feel well. Do you have any insights on what he needs from me? So what he's showing me is he's like two things. He's like, I want to be like cuddled up more, like give me something to cuddle up under. He's showing me like kind of like a white, like fleecy blanket. Like I want to be cuddled up more. And he's showing me something like with my food. There's like kind of I like with like one of the foods that I'm eating, it's just kind of like, oh, like a little too rich, a little too much for me, a little too rich, a little too much for me. So there's something with that food. So I don't know like if they change the formula or something like that, because sometimes that can happen. They can change like a formula with the food and sometimes that can kind of have an effect. So I get it's something with like with food because it's like I just want to touch my stomach and it's like, oh, I don't feel well from that. So like remind me to kind of like pace it out and eat a little bit slower. I get it's something with the food and like kind of like climate changes, which that would make sense with it being fall and all of that. But definitely it's something with that food. And then hey Nikki, good to see you. And then Lisa says, oh, I just changed it to give him a treat from last week. So ding 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 is what he says. He's like, that's what it was. He says that's what it was that because he's like, like whoa, like it was too much. He's like it was too much. So and then he says, yeah, he eats like every meal is his last. He mouths it down. So yeah, so one thing that can help them to slow down. So what I have for my dogs, and they actually have this for cats too, which is so amazing, is they have slow feeder bowls. So I know you can get them for cats too. Like if you just look up like slow feeder bowl, and let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can do this. He's like, Google it again. Bowl for. I'm just gonna Google it up here while I'm on here and see what comes up. So yeah, so on chewy.com. So on here they have like all this like slow, if you just type in slow feeder bowl for cats, there's a pet stages one, there's like a yomp fun feeder, then there's like yeah, there's all kinds of different ones. So like pet stages has one. So you can get them on like chewy.com or on Amazon. They have all different kinds of like slow feeder bowls for cats. So just look up one of those and see if that will help. So let's see here. I'm just going to type in. Let's see here. I can just probably let's see here. I think I could probably just let's see here. Chewy.com. I'm just going to type this in because this is the one that I was guided to. Oh, yep. This is the one. So this is like there's all different kinds of options on here on chewy.com on this one. So I'm just going to share this one because this is the one like I was guided to. And then let's see here. Let's see here. He says he's okay, Melissa. Oh, perfect, Melissa. I'm looking forward to looking forward to setting that up with you. Yes, I would do the communication session, and then if we need to do like a energy thing with it, we can like maybe have that as part of it. But I feel like the most important one is the communication session. So I would set up either the 30, the 45-minute, or the hour one, whichever kind of one you're guided to. That would definitely be the one, Melissa. So the communication session. So yes, that is the one. And then I just shared the link in here, Lisa. So hopefully that works. And that's for chewy.com. And they have a whole bunch of great options on there. So that could be, yeah, very beneficial. And hey, Marie, good to see you, Marie. And then let's see here. Oh, and then Melissa too. Like, and for anybody here listening, if you ever go to my online calendar and there's like a time for you that like is not listed on there, or you need like a time outside of my calendar, I always work with people. Like if I need to do an evening appointment or a weekend appointment, I will always do that for people. So if you need something that's not in my calendar, just reach out to me and I can look to where I can put you in, because I always want to be able to do that for you. And then Lisa, Charlie, no, Winnie says, you don't have to be sorry. It's okay, because that's just how I am. That's how I am. And you're welcome for the links. And then you said you ordered the cactus toys from last week. Yay! I love that. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. So fun. And they love it too. So Charlie, you said, does Charlie like the change in food? Charlie's like, man, I go with the flow. He's like, I'm good. He's like, it's fine. He's like, it's fine. It's fine. He's like, it's totally fine. Charlie's like, I go with the flow with food. So he's like, whatever. He's like, it's good. He's like, shoop, 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 shoop. He's like, it's good. He's like, it's totally fine. He's like, I'm good, good, good. He's like, I'm good, 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 good with that. Good, good, good with that. So there you go. So there you go. And then, okay, Melissa, you're on the East Coast. Okay, yeah. So I'm in Pacific Standard Time. So yeah. So usually my appointments I do Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time are the appointments I have. But like if you need something different than that, Melissa, just like let me know and I could just like schedule you in my calendar myself. I can do that too, because I want to have it work for people. But having you on the East Coast, that could be kind of beneficial, because like if you're on the East Coast, if it's like 3 o'clock Pacific, that's like 6 o'clock Eastern, depending on what your schedule is. So there you go. So that's that. So I always like to do that. So to work with people, because it's important, because everybody has different schedules, right? So there you go. I have a client that I work with that's in New Zealand too. So it's like figuring that out. I'm like, yes, I finally now like got that one like figured out, which is awesome. So that's really cool. So it's fun. And hey, Marie, good to see you, friend. I am just giving you like a big, big hug right now, sending you a lot of love. So a lot of love. So there you go. A lot of love to you this week with everything I know you have going on. So there is that. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yes. Lisa, I love that. I'm excited to sign up so the boys can chat. Yes, I love that. I love that one session with you. It was so fun. I love chatting with the boys. It was so fun. They're such good boys. Oh my goodness. So Spot seems, and then Marie here, Marie says, Spot seems to be helping us grieve. He's been a little sick. Is he okay? He says, he's like, okay. He's like, okay, which one do I go to? He's like, okay, I go to mom, and then I go to Naya, and then I go to Ayla. He's like, okay. show me which one of you guys that like I help and when I help. And he's like, who do I, who's like, who do I help? Spot is like, who do I help? Who do I help? Who do I help? Because he says he wants to help you all. And he says like he's just been he says he's been sick because he's like it's part of the grieving, and he showed me it's just like it's like he's kind of making me think it's like I want to say like a gosh, not it's not like exactly what he says is going on, but it makes me feel like it's kind of like a flu bug. He's like it's like he feels um like kind of just like I just feel kind of like under the weather and tired. So he says just to give me some extra comfort and extra love. He says just give me, and hey Tina, I forgot to say hi to you on here. Good to see you. He says just to give me some extra love too, and let me know that it's okay. And he says have Ayla like work it out. He's showing me that like if she needs to hit a pillow or something like that, that do that. And then if you and Naya need to like cry on your pillow and have some extra cuddle time with him, that's okay. That he wants some help with that. So he says that would be really good. And he's like, I okay. He's like, I a good boy. He's like, I the best boy. He's like, I just don't know which one of you to go to. He's like, I want to help you all. So that's what I get from Spot. So sending you all so much love, Marie, because I know that's hard when you have a big loss like that, right? So much love. So here for anything you need And then Lisa said they had a lot to say. I know, right? Yes, and that's a good point, Lisa. Lisa says your energy clearings are awesome for that. Yeah, so I do like aside from my my animal communication sessions, I do energy healing too. So when I do the energy healing session, a lot of times like some communication information comes up when I do that as well. So that can definitely be, something that can be helpful as well. So there we go. So there's that. And you're so welcome, Marie. You are so welcome. I know it's never an easy thing. I'm going to take a drink of water here. I love to drink my water. I'm a water girl. And from my Colette Baron Reed, the Spirit Animal Oracle, I had a couple cards that I just felt guided to pull, and it's interesting. So the same one card came up, and I feel like I need to share it again. So it's the White Raven Spirit, Trusted Magic. So it's like trusted magic, and know like the signs are always around us. Yeah, right. I love these cards too, Lisa. They're like, they're one of my favorites. And then the other one that came up is Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. So whoever needs to do that, just like be fearless and bold, and just do that, be fearless and bold. So that's the other card that came up. And yeah, they are one of my favorites. And this is just so you guys could see, it's a Colette Baron Reed one, and it's really cool. So it comes in this cool little box. So it's just really, it's a neat card deck. And on the inside of the deck, it says the spirits residing in the natural world have much to share, and the secrets of their forgotten language are now available to you. So that's like in the inside of the box. And so yeah, I just love those cards so much. So I love that. Nikki says I'm a water gal also, right? I love, yeah, water is just like, oh man, it's like the best. So it's just, yeah, I drink a lot of water, and really like I find because I drink this Kangen water, and I found with drinking this water especially is like if I'm kind of am feeling hungry or something like that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go take a drink of water. And what's really cool is this water that I drink, it has like a way to quench your thirst more than like just the regular water, because it just hydrates at a deeper level, and it's amazing. I love it. So I've never loved water as much as I do now since drinking that. It's like the best. So yeah, Melissa says I struggle drinking water. Yeah, it can be hard. So it's kind of always an okay water drinker. I used to drink my Brita my Brita pitcher, but now I drink the Kangen water, and I'm gonna see here. Water store. So I'm gonna just, even though I know you guys aren't, some of you guys aren't near me, you can look at the link to my friend's water store, and it talks about her videos and stuff like that. And you know, if you're interested in it, you can kind of learn about it and reach out to her even if you're not in this area, and she could fill you in more. Oh my gosh, Nikki, I totally missed your question, so let me get back to your question. So let me just share the link to the store here, and then I'm going to get back to your question. So thank you for mentioning that, Nikki, because sometimes the questions come through fast and then it's like, oh wait, I forgot to go back up to that question. But that's the link to that water store, Melissa, if you want to check that out. So yeah, she has videos and all kinds of cool stuff on there. So there is that. And then Nikki, now I'm going to get to your question. So thanks for your patience here. Nikki says, will Ruby share with you why she got out of her kennel today while we were gone and why she peed in the bedroom? Oh my goodness. So what she's having me do, she's having me like hold my legs together. Oh, thank you, Nikki, for being so understanding. You're awesome. So what she's showing me is like I held my legs together, and then it's like, wait. She's like, oh, but then I can go because I need to go. She's like, oh, should I wait? She's like, but I can't wait. And she's like, when are they going to be back? Like, should I wait? Can I wait? And when are they going to be back? When are they going to be back? So it was like, she was just like, I did it because she's like, okay, like I needed to like really go, and I didn't mean to go, but I really needed to go. So it was like, it was just like the timing was off of like when you were gone today. And like, I didn't know when you were going to be back, and I wasn't sure when you were going to be back. So it was like a timing thing with that. Is what Ruby's showing me. And she says she feels really bad about it. She's like, I feel really bad. She's like, I'm really, really, she's like, I'm really, really sorry. She's like, I really, really, really sorry. And then she's showing me like coming up to you, and she's like, I love you. She says, I love you. She says, I love you. I love you. I love you. So that's what she says with that. So, hey, Lee, good to see you, Lee and Bernadette. Lee and Bernadette in the house. Because I can't acknowledge Lee without acknowledging Bernadette. Bernadette would not let me do that. So, just saying. So, there we go. So, let's see. So, hopefully that helps, Nikki. So, and then she says she's like, I'm gonna fess up to more. She's like, I was pouty too because I wanted to go on an adventure today, and why didn't I get to go out on an adventure too? She's like, why did I not get to go out on an adventure too? Is what another thing that Ruby is saying too. So there is that. So let's see here. So truly, so true. Let's see here. Nikki says she did say sorry to my son as it was in his room, not giving up how she got out in the first place. She's like, oh, interesting. She says she's really smart, and she says that she's like, she's like, she kind of like jiggled her way out. She says she kind of moved her nose on where it latches and kind of figured out a way to kind of like move her paw, and kind of, she says, I figured out a way to like kind of maneuver it. And she's like, oh, I didn't think this would work, and it did work. So she's like, look at the way it opens and closes, and look at it from the inside, and then like think like she thinks, and then you'll be able to be like, oh, that she was able to, because she's like, I smart. She's like, I smart. She says, I so smart. So, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that one. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. Nikki says, haha, because I saved her from sitting in a cold room, not being able to see people or be in the wind. So I left her home in the warm house. She's like, okay. She's like, well, next time you do that, she's like, remind me that you're leaving me at home in the warm house. And then and that I wouldn't have to, that I would have been in the cold room. So she's like, remind me that, like, okay, like I had it better staying at home. So she's like, remind me that, like, I wasn't missing out on anything. She's like, remind me I wasn't missing out. I wasn't missing out. I wasn't missing out. I wasn't missing out, is what she said. So she's like, show me that picture so I remember. She's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She says, thank you, thank you, thank you. She is smart. She's what a goober. She is so smart, right? Oh my goodness. And you're so welcome, Nikki. Oh my goodness. I love her. And hey, Janice, good to see you, Janice. So let's see here. I'm gonna see what other questions come through. And then also too, I'm like, wait, if I remember right, this is it this Thursday is the 3rd? I'm like, where is my calendar? Because this Thursday, if I have it, let me look at my calendar here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this Thursday. Oh, it's the second Thursday of the month. So if I have it right, the second Thursday of the month at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I go on with my friend Carol, who is absolutely amazing, and it's in her Embrace Your Life Facebook group, which is amazing. If you haven't joined it, like I've never met like somebody that's so positive and so amazing. So she posts amazing content, and then it's on her Positive Focus Facebook page, and she does amazing things, and it is always uplifting in so many ways. So I do that with her the second Thursday of the month. So it's this Thursday, the 10th. It's like, wow, where does time go? So I figured I'd mention that for you if you wanted to check that out. And I think she goes live on I don't know if it's like Wednesdays and Thursdays in her group, but she's always amazing. So there we go. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out, and then and then every Sunday, I do this at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time as well, and I'll make sure to share that about going on with my friend Carol too, because she is amazing. So there we go. And then hey Jolene, good to see you. Much love to you and sweet Rooster Roo. So Rooster Roo, I don't know why I just added that to his name, Rooster. So such a sweet boy he is. And I know, right, Yaylee? I know it's so much fun to go on with Carol. Like it's so cool. And it's neat because what's cool is she like poses different questions to me. So it's cool to have somebody else to kind of talk to you and like have that back and forth dialogue. It's really fun. So there we go. Oh, I hope you get a good night's sleep, Melissa. You're so welcome, and thank you for tuning in too, because I think it's like 11 o'clock here, almost 11 o'clock your time. So I hope you sleep well and that you have an amazing Monday tomorrow too. So there we go. So there is that. And then hi to you too, Jolene. Good to see you. And let's see here. I'm going to see if anybody else has any other questions. And yeah, it's so weird with the fall back today. It's like really kind of like throwing me off a little bit with the fall back. I'm like, okay, fall back, fall back, fall back, but it's okay. So it's good. So my fur babies were actually really good, and they didn't like try to wake me up too early this morning, my girls. So because sometimes it's not always the same time I wake up every day. So they're like good about not having like the same time every day, which is awesome. So there's that. So all right. Oh, Lee says, no question, but I did see a license plate that reminded me of Bear the other day. And Bear says, he's like, wink, wink. I didn't do that very good. He's like, wink, wink. I don't know how to wink like with just one eye. I'm not very good at that kind of thing. And it's just like, I can't snap my fingers a normal way. Like this is how I snap my fingers is with my index finger. So I don't know if I've ever shown any of you guys that, but that's how I snap my fingers, and I can't wink wink with one eye. So there we go. So hey, we all have our special talents, and there we go. So yeah, so I definitely feel that definitely was a sign from Bear, and Bear's like, wink wink, I'm sending you a wink of love. I'm sending you a wink of love. So there you go. It's cool that you're paying attention to those signs, because those signs are everywhere, like if we pay attention to them. So Lee says, that's funny. I can't do snap like that at all. Right. I know yeah, I can't do it the normal way. I don't know how. So there we go. It's fine. I've never really been able to like blow a bubble either with like bubble gum. So That's it. So there we go. And hey, Ashley, and then Lee says, "Ah, thank you. It said Love Bear. Oh, I love that, and I love that you paid attention to that. That's awesome. And then hey, Denise, you're amazing. Good to see you. And Ashley, you're amazing. You guys are all amazing. Let me see here. So Ashley says, I'd love to ask about my two kitties as we are flying across country to Chicago in a few days. Oh my goodness, that's exciting. Got all the goods ready, but I'd still love your incredible insight. Yeah, be happy to give that to you, Ashley. So what I get is they're showing me like make sure that like we have like a comfy little like bed in there, like we have a comfy little like bed in our in our carrier, like if that's possible, that we have like a comfy little spot to lay, and just and then that show us that where we're going to be going, and that we're going to be with you, and that if we could like kind of be, you know, obviously they wouldn't be able to be like in that same carrier, but if they could be kind of like right next to each other, so they're in that same vicinity of each other when they do that travel, when you're flying across the country, that they said that that will help. And then yes, the blankets, the shirt, and your scent and toys, yes, perfect, 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 perfect. They said definitely having that like with your scent and like with those things that give them comfort. And then oh, perfect, they will be next to each other under the seat in front. Yes, they said that that's perfect. And they said like switch us off. So like maybe like if there's a way that you can, you know, like I don't, they're like, hey, can we switch? They're like, who gets to sit closer? So they say just make sure like you're checking in on them during the flight, during the flight, like check in on them, check in on them, check in on them, check in on them. And they said like, you know, even though they're going to be right by you, they're like, yes, the scent, the blankets, and the toys. They're like, yes, yes, yes. They said that's perfect. And then you have in-flight snack plans. Perfect. They love that. They're like, we like snacks, especially the one's like, I like snacks. The younger ones, like, I love snacks. And then just show them like, okay, like it's gonna be, you know, might be busier than you're used to. But no, oh, sorry, I don't mean to yawn, but it's like, oh, I'm getting used to the fall back today. It's like throwing me off. That's why another reason I yawn too, is they're showing me like show us that we can like sleep on the plane, just be like, and they're having me like close my eyes that we can sleep on the plane and it'll be like okay, and that you're gonna be right there. You're gonna be right there, that you're gonna be right there, you're gonna be right there, and show us like, okay, it's gonna be like busy in the airport, but then know that like you're gonna keep us calm, you're gonna be with us and show us like we're gonna go to this new place and it's gonna be exciting, and show us what that new place is gonna be like, and what it's gonna be like, and what it's gonna be like. They said that that will be perfect. They said that will be perfect, perfect, perfect. And they said yes, 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 they will be okay with the meds. They said that they'll be okay with the meds. They're getting gabapentin. Perfect. So gabapentin is really great for is really really great for travel, because it just kind of helps to like chill them out. So I had my Siamese cat Leo, before he passed. I had him for 14 years, and every time in a car ride, he would be like, meow, 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 like he would just talk nonstop, which that's what I loved about him, right? But this one time, he had to go to the vet to have something done, and they needed to give him some gabapentin before, and so I gave him some gabapentin on the way to the vet, you know, as we're going there. And oh my gosh, that was like the easiest car ride ever with Leo. He was so quiet and so chill. So yeah, so gabapentin is so great, and they said they'll do really good with that, and like make sure that they each like get their own gabapentin. Make sure like that the other one doesn't eat the other ones. They said they said that that will be perfect, and they say like remind us of our nice like fluffy bed and our nice like fluffy blanket that we'll have. So they said that that will be really great. They said that will be really great. And they said it's going to be fun. So they said, just remind us to, like, when the movers are coming, be like, okay, we're going, and keep showing us that picture and keep showing us that picture, because they pick up on all of that. So you're going to have a great flight, and I'm excited for you. Like Chicago, I know my friend Carol lives in Chicago, so that's amazing. So yes, so there we go. And hey, Robert, good to see you, and good to see you, Tina. Oh my goodness, good to see you. And then, oh, thank you, Ashley. Ashley says, you're such a gift to us all. Thank you so much for sharing your gift. Oh, you're welcome. I love to do this. This is like my favorite. Like, I love coming on with you guys on Sunday night. Like, it's so much fun. So I love it. So, and then Lee says, I didn't know animals could take gabapentin. I used to take that. Yeah, they totally can. It works a lot to, like, kind of help them to calm. I know it can work for other things too, but that's just what I've used it for the animals in my life. So I missed a question up here. Where did it go? Okay, so okay, there we go. All right. Oh, yeah, it is interesting, right, Lee? Oh, the Dragon and Mula, you're welcome. I'm happy to communicate with them. They're like, oh, they're both so sweet. And they say, our names fit us perfect. They're like, our names fit us perfect, and we're amazing. So there's that. I love that. And Denise, okay. So Denise says, Angel is a bit more feisty lately. Any messages? So he's like, okay, what's the plan? He's like, plan, plan, plan. He's having me go like this, plan, plan, plan. What's the plan? Like, where's our, he's like, I'm getting, he's like, okay, like, he's like, I'm getting antsy with wanting to know, like, where's our, what's our plan? Like, where are we going? Like, what's the next move? What's the next move? So he's like, he's like, you're getting antsy. So he's like, he says, since you're getting antsy, he says he's getting feisty, because he says you're getting antsy too. So he's like, I'm picking up on, like, the antsiness that you have going on into relations to, like, what's next. So he says that's what's going on with him, is what he's saying. So that's what I get. That's what I get from that, Denise. So he's like, tune into, like, what's going on with you up here when I'm doing that. And he says that will help, is what he's showing me. He says that will help. And he says he's so grateful for you too. He says, I'm so grateful for you. He says, I'm so grateful for you. He says, I'm so grateful for you. So there's that. And hey, Kelsey, good to see you, Kelsey. Kelsey says, I'm dog sitting a dog named Max. Does he feel safe with me? Anything that would help me stay better with him, go better with him. Okay. And you're so welcome, Denise. You're so welcome. So what Max says, like, it takes me a little bit to get comfortable, and it takes me a little bit to get comfortable. Takes me a little bit to trust, and he's showing me like a red blanket. So he's like, the red blanket will help me. He says the red blanket will help me, and just kind of maybe like covering it over with me, the red blanket, to kind of keep me like all cuddled up, and then to just kind of like move slower with me. He says just to move slower with me. He's like, I do feel safe with you, but he's like, I just take a little bit. He's like, I just take a little bit to trust. So I kind of like stand back first, and I take a little bit to trust. Like, it takes me a little time to trust. He says, I don't always trust right away. He says, it takes me some time to trust. He says, it takes me some time to trust. And he just keeps showing me like a red blanket. He's like, the red blanket, the red thing helps me. The red blanket, like he's showing me like a red blanket. The red thing helps me, is what he's showing me. So hopefully that helps. And bless your heart for all the stuff you do for the fur babies, Kelsey, with dog sitting. I think it's so amazing. So it's so important to know, that people have somebody like you that they can trust with their fur babies. So I think that's fabulous. So there's that. Yeah, you're so welcome, Kelsey. You're so welcome. And he's like, yeah, find where the red blanket is. He just keeps showing me like the red blanket. and the blanket. So yeah. And he says he's such a sweet, gentle guy. He's such a sweet, gentle guy. And then you're so welcome. And then you put, I love them all. I know, right? You're such a blessing to them. I think it's fabulous. So because they need that, it's important. And it's yeah, and the people can feel that and the animals can feel that. And then you give them, comfort too, and they can know that. So that's perfect. And then Kelsey says, wow, that sounds spot on for him. Oh, good. I love that. He just sounds like, such a cutie. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love that. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up, but I feel compelled to do like this one more card from my Colette Baron Reed. Let's see if I can show you guys my spirit animal oracle card deck. Let's see if I learned how to use my camera here. So there's that. I feel like I just want to pull one card. So there, I just want to do that. I was going to be a laugh if it was the same one that came up twice earlier, but it's not. So this one is Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. So that's a cool card. So that's just another one I wanted to share for you guys. So that's that. So there you go. So I'm so grateful for all of you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with me. I look forward to spending this time with you guys. So I'm going to wrap it up, and then I will be back on next Sunday at 7 o'clock. Oh, you're so welcome, Lee. I will be back next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, because I do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I was like, wait, I can't think and type at the same time, or maybe I can. Of course I can. I can think and type at the same time. So there we go. So I'm just, I hope you have a great night too, Kelsey. I hope you have a great night too. I'm like, remember my face, but that's okay. It's okay. It's like, there you go. We give myself a little massage. Right there we go. So, there we go. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night and a great week ahead. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you so much. So I look forward to seeing you next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Oh, you're so welcome, Lisa. Lisa says, love all your links and help. You help makes my boys so happy. Oh, yay. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy, because that's what I do. That's why I do what I do, is to be able to have that impact. That means so much. So yay. So thank you for that, friend. And I will look forward to seeing you guys all next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All right. Bye for now. Have a great week ahead. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.